person's garden. So the first thing that we're coming up on is this lovely little garden right here. I'm seeing some parts of prickly pear, some other small growing items. They have some really nice white and yellow daffodils a little bit further up the walk. Zoom in on those. Yeah, those are nice. Some wonderful little bluish purple flowers.
It's hard to feel through the camera, but this is called lamb's ear, and it's really soft.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I was going to talk about that too. Yeah, so this is a really good starting point for our nature walk. I'm going to pause the shot and we are going to continue down the walk and see what else we might find that might be of interest to us along the way. Okay, the next thing that we found here is a couple houses down from our first area. This tree, I'm not super sure, but my gut instinct says it's a weeping cherry tree, which I actually used to have one of these in my front yard of my childhood home. And then I also wanted to point out this lovely tree that's just behind it. Some really wonderful little white and pinkish blossoms on it. I'll zoom in on that a little bit so you guys can see.
In my unprofessional opinion, it is also a cherry tree in blossom.
Possibly so. We're really not horticulturists here, but I wonder if anyone can disprove us, I guess that's the point. But at any rate, yes, possibly some cherry blossoms here, and then this one is the weeping version of that, perhaps.
Oh.
Thank you for your astute input. If anybody has any insight onto identification of any of the things that we might be encountering along the way, please chime in and comment on our thread here. That would be wonderful. We'd love to learn more about the things that we're encountering along the way. All right, I'm going to pause this shot and we'll move on to the next. All right, so we're here at this really interesting looking tree. I'm wondering if anyone else is having similar thoughts to me about what this might remind you of. I'm thinking Harry Potter universe. If you have any guesses as to what I might be thinking of, or if you agree, then shoot me a comment on the thread below the video. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because that's what I was thinking of. And there's also some really lovely little flowers that are growing at the base of the tree that I wanted to point out as well. We're coming up on this really lovely tree that's in bloom up here, and as you can see, some of the petals are already falling. Get a little closer so we can see some of them that are scattered around the driveway and the lawn here. It's really lovely. Students at home, if you're watching, let me know what colors you're noticing in here and in some of the other things that we have encountered so far. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on that. We have some more marigolds.
Down here.
Down there? I think those are morning glories. But honestly, we could both be wrong. Who knows? If you know, please comment. But yes, I was noticing there are really nice daffodils here, and then there are this ambiguous, unknown flower down here with a multitude of really lovely colors. Definitely reminding me of the original Alice in Wonderland, where that scene with the dancing flowers, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking of.
I concur.
Yeah, there's a couple more down there, but they don't look so healthy at this point, but such is the way of things sometimes. There are 3 garden beds over here, and I'm really curious to know what they are going to grow. Maybe we can check back in a few months and see if there's anything coming out from them. Probably some sort of vegetable. And then I'm also noticing this really lovely tree right here. It's quite tall, has some nice pink blooms on it. So we're stopping by this really nice front yard here. We haven't got the faintest idea as to what plants it contains in terms of their official names, but we wanted to really notice this yard in particular because it has a really nice layout and someone clearly put a lot of love and work into it, and there's this nice sort of dark orange red color that we haven't really seen in some of our other plant observations along the way so far, so I wanted to take a stop at that. We noticed some really nice looking flowers and even a little moth butterfly type thing ambling through this area. We've got some light purple, some more daffodils, a little bit more of a pinky purple, and then up here towards the house we've got this really nice plant that's growing some very large clusters of little red berries. We at this point are almost totally to what's it called?
Weaver Park.
Weaver Park. Wherever we're going, who knows? Nice little yellow plant over there. We're going to Weaver Park, and we're almost there. We're pretty close, so we are probably going to wrap up soon after we get there. I do want to get a shot or two of the little creek that's back there, just because I know that whenever we go down there, exploring that creek area is a really big interest to our students whenever we have Weaver Park Wednesdays or whenever we are making our way over there. So I will pause this shot. As these cars continue to roll by us, we will resume once we're at Weaver Park with a little bit of exploration of the creek, and then that will conclude today's nature walk.
Hey guys, so some fun facts about this bamboo and river cane forest that we're stumbling upon here. Bamboo actually spreads not through seeds like other plants, but they spread through the roots like a grass does, because bamboo is a form of very large grass. And so underground, these plants are all connected at the roots in one big root system. That's all I know about river cane.
Alright, so here we are. We're officially at Weaver Park. We do have this lovely little stream behind the park that we are currently looking at. We do have more bamboo that Cole was just speaking on, lining the banks over here, and there's a little path behind that. If one wanted to, one could find a crossing point for the creek and go to the other side and walk behind. Just have a little nice mini creek trail to walk along. You can see the water is looking pretty clear. It's flowing pretty nicely. We don't see any fish right now, which is interesting. Do you think any fish live in here? Cole's exploring under some rocks. I see some moss on the rocks as well. I like this little bamboo formation because it's leaning over like an archway over the creek. And yeah, overall it's turned into a really lovely day. I'm glad we were able to provide this little nature walk for you guys of the things that we've noticed along the way to Weaver Park. Please feel free to comment on anything that you've seen in terms of things that you like, things that you noticed, things that we might have missed, or things that we might have gotten wrong, things that we didn't know how to identify, but maybe you or your parents do. Let us know. Give us a comment on the thread, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.